Hello again, everyone. This is RexRath bringing you yet another gameplay commentary for Team Fortress 2. Now, today I want to talk about something, but before I do, I need to have a little rant. I'm using a program now to record my audio. It's called Audacity. Seems pretty cool. It's got a lot of interesting features. However, for my first video, I used Windows Sound Recorder. And seriously, if anyone's ever used Sound Recorder prior to Windows 7, Windows Vista, then you know that the Windows 7, Windows Vista Sound Recorder has been nerfed. I mean, come on. How do you nerf Sound Recorder? Seriously. The only thing you can do with Sound Recorder now is record sound and save it. Record and save. That's it. The old Sound Recorder, you could add some cool effects. You could reverse it, make it deeper, make it higher. And, you know, you had options at least. But for some reason, they decided with the Windows 7 one that, no, you can't do that anymore. It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, anyway, getting on to what I wanted to talk about. So, the topic of today's video is going to be about proper game design and how to teach players how to play the game. I saw a video on this by Egoraptor, and I just wanted to I wanted to make my own comments on it because it's very true. A lot of games today, they don't teach you well how to play the game. A lot of the old NES games did a great job of teaching you how to play without having some annoying, omnipotent voice telling you everything that you need to do ever. I mean, even my favorite game of all time, which is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, I'm sorry, but I think in a lot of ways Navi was completely unnecessary. There's just there's not really any reason, and playing the game over and over again, it just annoys me. And how many of you out there are playing your favorite game and you get up to that point where you're like, oh great, now I'm here and I've got to wait and listen for this person to talk about this thing that I already know how to do for some ungodly amount of time. But games like Half-Life 2, Valve I think has done a terrific job of teaching players how to play their games. In Half-Life 2, you start off and you know, you start on a train, and the train comes into port, or not port, station, whatever. It comes in, the doors open, you get out. And, you know, you would do the logical thing. A lot of places are fenced off, so you just kind of logically go to where you can go and just to move forward. And in your way, put the guards that push you to this place and that place. And anytime there's a new weapon or something new, you know, they're putting you in situations where you're forced to use that and basically forced to learn how to do it on your own, but in a safe environment. And if anyone's ever played Half-Life 2 and listened to the commentaries while they're playing the game, you'll hear these exact things. I mean, they're trying to show the player what to do so that they later on can use those abilities for the harder challenges that they have in store for the player. Unfortunately, too many games these days, they just treat the player like they're an idiot. And I think that's pretty insulting, you know? And so many people just don't seem to notice or care. And I'm just like, come on, that's poor design on the game developer's part if they can't teach you how to play the game just by playing the game. I mean, that should be the only thing that you need in order to learn how to play the game, is to play. That's it. And, I mean, a game like Team Fortress 2, you don't really have to teach a player how to play it. I mean, it's just, if you've played a shooter, you can pick Team Fortress 2 up. But, you know, they do have the training mode. But either way, you can skip that. And there's plenty of console games out there, though, where you have to do that training, you have to do this. And in a lot of ways, it's not really fun. Most of the ones that I've played, that have those little training sections in the beginning of the game, they do not, I mean, they're just not fun. It's just like another annoyance. Let's say, I want to get to the game. I don't want to do this. I want to do something fun. And even some of the greater games that I've played, they still have that problem of just not teaching the player how to play without just being up in their face and improperly. And so I just wanted to get that out there, because I think a lot of games today could benefit from just proper teaching of the player how to play the game. And I think that's something that's missing in a lot of games these days. And for a game like Half-Life 2, I played it over and over again, and even in those parts where they're showing you how to use the new weapon or the new gadget or whatever it happens to be, or the new vehicle, I mean, it's always fun. And you don't want to just sit in a room and just learn how to do something. You want to go out there and you want to do it. You want to feel like you're progressing. You don't want to feel like you're just stuck somewhere waiting for someone to say, okay, you've shown me enough, now go on. Because you want that sense of progress. You want that sense of fulfillment that you've actually done something. Not that you're having to prove yourself, but that you're actually proving it to yourself, as it were. Because really, when it comes down to the game, the only person you really want to prove it to is yourself. I mean, you could always try to impress your friends. Plenty of people do that. This is why I like playing as a sniper in Team Fortress 2, because I just like getting headshots, but, that's me just showing off. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there, because way too many games these days, especially when it comes to the console games, they need to teach the player how to play the game by playing it. And it's some games are even take this to a whole new low, I guess you could say, because I played the Prince of Persia, the one that came after the Sands of Time series. I played that on my computer, and you know what? It's fun, but at the same time, you cannot die in this game. You cannot die. You go and you fall off a cliff, and you're instantly saved. I'm like, what's the fun in that? It's like you can. I mean, the point of death in a video game is is to show the player that their mistakes have consequences. And sure, sure, the idea of the mistakes is to teach a player how to play the game, but a method like that just doesn't seem to work too well. It's like, what's the point if I can't, if there is no downside to making mistakes, then what's to stop me from, not making those mistakes anymore? What's to stop me from learning? Or, what's to cause me to learn? Whatever. You know what I mean? And I think, it's just sad, though, that lots of games these days, they just don't do that. But when I see companies like Valve and, other indie developers who are making amazing games, and they're kind of showing everyone that, this is the way a game should be made. This is the way you should teach a player how to use it. That, you just give them something and you just say, here, have fun. And really, that's what a game is about, having fun. I mean, come on. With all the people on this, especially on Team Fortress, I think we all know. Games are about having fun. So I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. I will get back to you again with another cool gameplay commentary on, might be Team Fortress. We'll see. Well, take care. See you next time.